Sports. And all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Ravens and the Bengals under the lights on Sunday night.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And Burrow going to throw again. And that's complete. It's Green here. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
At the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Allen. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly, but they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. The tight end in motion right. Now it's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Burrow looking to pass. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion left goes Green. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Allen's got it over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Burrow on play action. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Jackson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Room here to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 and a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Ravens in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Jackson now. And a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And the reception made by Green. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nnamdi Madubuike in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Burrow. Finding Green complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow underneath, caught by the tight end Allen. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Now back to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Again, it's Burrow. Underneath, caught by the tight end Allen. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. This now a 3rd and 4. In motion left, Bateman. Play action. Now Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Dak Prescott, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. And they'll begin by running the option. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Jackson looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 1. Henry up the middle. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. Second and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. On the move to his left. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Burrow will throw. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nnamdi Madubuike, his 2nd sack of the night. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To the air again, Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a one-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Jackson now. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. This 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Escapes the defender. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Burrow. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Baltimore.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So Burrow and the Bengals down 9-7. Just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Burrow. Pass complete to Green. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw, Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Now the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. And that's complete. It's Green here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Burrow. And that one too wide. And incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Burrow to the sideline and incomplete. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They knew how to quiet this rival stadium, Charles. I mean, not only did they get the win, but they get the win by taking the lead in the 4th quarter to hand their division opponent a big loss.
And they're elated, and they should be, because they did exactly that. Went to a rival's house and stunned them, and did it with a 4th quarter comeback. And every team in the league prides itself on controlling the 4th quarter. It's even more difficult when you don't do it at home against a division rival.
So for the Ravens, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date